The story begins in Las Vegas, where FBI agents Richard Messner and Donald Carruthers are surveilling the residence of an elderly and ailing mafia boss named Primo Sparazza. Sparazza is targeting a renowned magician named Buddy Aces Israel, offering a $1 million reward to anyone who can capture or kill him. This substantial bounty attracts numerous contract killers. Buddy Aces Israel is a world-famous magician known for his card tricks and illusions. He eventually becomes involved with Sparazza's mafia group and is introduced to the world of organized crime. Feeling supported by the mafia, Aces starts orchestrating criminal activities from behind the scenes, hiring people to commit robberies and thefts for his own gain. FBI Director Stanley Locke holds a meeting with Richard and Donald. He informs them that Sparazza is suspected of having killed more than 100 people, including one of the FBI's best undercover agent Freeman Heller back in 1952. Heller had undergone plastic surgery to infiltrate Sparazza's mafia family, but his true identity was eventually discovered, leading Sparazza to shoot him. Stanley explains the connection between Sparazza and Aces. Aces plans to stage a coup to replace Sparazza as the mafia boss by getting close to the organization's top members. Consequently, Sparazza's family is now split into two factions. Some support Aces, while others remain loyal to Sparazza. Due to Aces' actions, Sparazza wants to eliminate him, not just to kill him, but also to transplant Aces' heart into his own failing body, so that Sparazza, who is seriously ill, can extend his life. To achieve this, Sparazza hires a mysterious hitman from Sweden, known only as the Swede, whose true identity is unknown. He also enlists two fearless female assassins, Georgia Sykes and Sharice Waters. Additionally, other contract killers who have learned about the bounty are also pursuing Aces to claim the $1 million reward. Among them are the ruthless Tremor brothers, a trio of gangster siblings named Darwin, Jeeves, and Lester, Laszlo Soot, a sharpshooter and master of disguises, and Pasquale the Plague Acosta, a sadistic torturer known for his extreme methods. Acosta is so committed to avoiding detection that he chewed off his own fingertips to prevent the police from obtaining his fingerprints. Meanwhile, bail bondsman Jack Dupree and his partners Pistol Pete Deeks and Hollis Elmore are hired by a Las Vegas bondsman to locate and bring back Aces, who has skipped bail. At the same time, the FBI plans to place Aces in witness protection because he is a key witness against Sparazza's powerful mafia organization. They have also contacted Aces' manager, Morris Mecklin, about the witness protection arrangement. As a result, Richard and Donald are assigned to protect Aces from the onslaught of numerous contract killers until the witness protection program is officially approved. If the FBI loses Aces, they risk losing their case against Sparazza and the entire mafia network. Currently, Aces is holed up in the Nomad Hotel in Lake Tahoe, Nevada. Richard and Donald are instructed to go there, while Jack's team and the various contract killers are independently attempting to infiltrate the hotel. Near the Nomad Hotel, Jack, Pete, and Hollis plan to disguise themselves as hotel security guards to gain easier access to Aces' suite. Suddenly, a van blaring heavy metal music speeds past them. It turns out to be the Tremor brothers, who mercilessly kill Jack, Pete, and their driver, mistaking them for rivals. The Tremors then steal their security uniforms and dispose of the bodies in the lake. Hollis survives despite losing 3 fingers and swims to shore to seek help. Elsewhere, Laszlo Soot has already killed one of Aces' bodyguards and assumed his identity to infiltrate Aces' penthouse unnoticed. Meanwhile, Acosta, posing as an FBI agent, has located and killed the hotel's head of security, taking over his identity. As Richard and Donald make their way to the hotel, they discuss Sparazza, who has undergone multiple plastic surgeries since 1952 to facilitate his mafia activities. They receive news of the bail bondsman's deaths and the stolen security uniforms. Upon learning this, Donald decides they must protect Aces at the hotel immediately, while Richard is sent to examine the bodies in the lake. Meanwhile, the contract killers begin executing their plans. The Tremor brothers and Acosta disguise themselves as security personnel. Georgia Sykes plans to infiltrate the hotel by posing as a call girl, with Sharice providing sniper support from a building across the street. Laszlo, now disguised as one of Ace's bodyguards, gains access to Ace's suite without arousing suspicion from the remaining security team. The Swede, an enigmatic figure, also arrives at the hotel. Sir Ivy, Ace's right-hand man, becomes suspicious of the unfolding chaos, but is distracted by Ace's erratic behavior. Ace, paranoid and under the influence of drugs, becomes increasingly unstable and isolates himself in his penthouse. Realizing the situation is more dangerous than anticipated after seeing the bodies in the lake, Richard hurries to the hotel to join Donald. Unfortunately, Donald, on his way to Ace's room via the elevator, encounters Acosta in disguise. Noticing that Acosta's fingertips are missing, Donald recalls that Pascual Acosta had mutilated himself to avoid fingerprint identification. Acosta shoots Donald, critically wounding him. Donald manages to shoot Acosta in return. Both men are severely injured and incapacitated. As gunfire erupts, the elevators are shut down by hotel security, leaving the Tremor brothers trapped in another elevator. Georgia, who forces open her elevator door, discovers the wounded Donald and Acosta. Shocked to find that both carry FBI identification, she realizes one must be an imposter. Richard, hearing Georgia's voice through Donald's still-functioning communication device, rushes to the elevator with other FBI agents to apprehend her. Aware of the impending danger, Georgia contacts Sharice for covering fire. Sharice begins shooting at the FBI agents from her sniper position across the street. On the penthouse floor, the Tremor brothers wreak havoc, killing Ace's private security personnel. Sir Ivy confronts and kills Jeeves and Lester Tremor, while Darwin Tremor manages to escape. Believing that Georgia has been killed, Sharice becomes enraged and continues firing at the FBI agents. Georgia reaches the penthouse floor and encounters Darwin Tremor, who is about to kill Ivy. She shoots Darwin, saving Ivy's life. Ivy helps Georgia escape the hotel amid the chaos. Meanwhile, FBI Director Stanley Locke unexpectedly cancels the witness protection deal for Aces without explanation. This news plunges Aces into despair, leading him to attempt suicide by overdosing on drugs. Just as Laszlo is about to kill Aces and remove his heart, Stanley arrives with an elite FBI unit, securing Aces and capturing Laszlo, who is still in disguise. When Richard finally reaches Aces' suite and confronts Stanley, he demands answers about the numerous anomalies and casualties, including Donald's death. Stanley orders Richard to stand down, offering no explanation for the unfolding events. Other assassins have also survived. Ivy assists Georgia in escaping the building. Acosta, still alive, retrieves a hidden weapon to kill the medical personnel transporting him. Darwin Tremor attempts to flee by impersonating an FBI agent, but is ultimately killed by Hollis, who seeks vengeance for his fallen friends. Deeply affected by the tragic events, Richard goes to the hospital where Aces and Sparazza are being treated. Confronting Stanley at gunpoint, he demands the truth. Stanley leads him to a secure room where he sees Aces and Sparazza on life support side by side. The shocking truth is revealed: Aces is Sparazza's illegitimate son from a brief affair with a prostitute. The Swede is not an assassin, but a renowned heart surgeon named Dr. Sven Engstrom. The FBI orchestrated the entire situation to transplant Ace's heart into Sparazza's body. The reason is that Sparazza is actually former FBI agent Freeman Heller. In 1952, Heller underwent plastic surgery to infiltrate the mafia, but went rogue. Believing he had betrayed them, the FBI ordered his assassination. However, he survived and continued his life in the mafia as Primo Sparazza. Now the FBI wants to save Heller to extract valuable information from his 60 years in organized crime. Richard is outraged by the FBI's manipulative actions, especially since his partner Donald died as a result. Stanley remains indifferent, insisting it was all for the greater good and suggesting Richard leave the bureau if he disagrees. Disillusioned, Richard quietly enters the room where Aces and Sparazza are on life support. He locks the door and disconnects their medical equipment, causing both to die. This act is his way of retaliating against the FBI's betrayal and ending the cycle of corruption. Richard removes his FBI badge and holsters his gun, symbolizing his resignation. Stanley and other agents desperately try to enter the room to save Aces and Sparazza, but it's too late. If you enjoyed this video, don't be shy to hit the like button, and if you disliked it, hit the dislike button twice, just to be sure. It would be best if you watched the whole movie. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe for more videos like this.